What's up guys, my name is Jason Wolfer and this is my ultimate backpacker's packing guide for Bali. I'm a photographer and videographer, so it is important for me to have a bag that can carry all my camera equipment, clothes, and some extras. So let's get to it. The bag that I traveled around Bali for 3 weeks is this Peak Design 35 to 45 liter travel backpack. It is currently expanded to 45 liters and weighs 32 pounds. So starting at this bottom pocket, this is held together with magnets, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical at first if it was gonna hold shut, but it actually does a really nice job. In here I have a Rainfly for a 35 to 45 liter bag. This is from REI. And it just goes over the front and cinches down with this little strap. Next in this pocket I have these two straps right here that come with the bag. I use these for when I was at the beach and didn't want to wear my shoes. I would just put the shoes on the back of the bag, put the straps on, and cinch them down. Next up is this top pocket right here. I use this to hold my sunglasses. Never felt like they were gonna get crushed or broken in this pocket. I also have some Altoids, always gotta have these on deck. And that's it. Usually I put my phone in here too for easy access. Next up is this back pocket here. This is where I store my 13-inch MacBook Pro. And it's got a separate little divider pocket that you can open up, and I have my charging cord for my computer. I absolutely love the versatility of this bag. There's these magnet flaps here on each side, and you can lift those up, pull the backpack straps out, boom, there you go. If you have this bag fully loaded, you just reach back in here and pull out the hip straps. Alright, let's dive into what is in the backpack and what I brought on my 3-week Bali excursion. So this top pocket here is perfect to be easy accessible, and I feel like it was one of the more safer pockets for my valuables. I have some stickers here from my company. Go check that out, links in the description, subtle plug. Next up I have this sleeping mask. This was so important for being at the hostels, and when people turn lights on, you're just gonna stay sleeping. Next up is this charger cord, gum, this adapter for Apple products, because Apple of course. I got these wires here, perfect for cable management, love these things, got them from REI. We got AirPods. These are crucial paired with Google Maps when you're driving around Bali because you can't look at your phone. I also use these to edit videos. I have my Glimtech hard drive. This thing is absolutely amazing. It's 2 terabytes, super quick, has RAID. I had a Western Digital one and that started making noise and being really sketchy, and when you have all your footage, you do not want that to happen. Last but not least, I have this adapter cord and a emergency flash drive right here. This is waterproof. This is also mesh so you can see what's in here, and that's it for this top pouch. So next, this lower one, I have a journal. Also in this pocket, I have the iPhone charging brick and the Apple computer charging brick. That's it for this one. We have made it to the main pouch here, so this is a perfect time to segue to the sponsor of this video, you guys. So don't forget to like and subscribe because that helps out a lot. This is the ASRV chest rig. I believe it's the medium. I absolutely love this thing and wore it all the time. It's really nice having your important documents like your passport, money, and other important things that you're carrying on your front so you know that nobody's gonna steal it. This, I always clip my moped keys. In this front pocket, I have my debit card, ID, credit card, insurance card, and AAA. The only ones that I think you really need are your debit card, ID, and credit card. Now for this top pouch, I have a mask because coronavirus. Some mustaches, I was gonna use these for a video, but I forgot they were in here. Some Balinese money, passport, SIM card. I have a 9GB SIM card and only went through 4, but if you're gonna stream YouTube videos and go through Instagram all the time, I would recommend getting more. Some pain meds for headaches or stomach aches. Some American money. I recommend bringing at least $500 on the trip with you in cash. The exchange rate is really good over there. My international driver's license, chapstick, always bring chapstick. I'd have at least 3 of these if you can, and some Balinese change. As you guys can see, I have this bag very compartmentalized. I have all my clothes, socks and underwear, charging cords, toiletries, water bottle filter, my towel, and my camera gear, and it fits perfectly in here. First up, toiletries. You can get all sizes of these compression bags at REI. They're perfect for keeping your stuff organized. So if you unzip this zipper here, you guys can see that it expands a ton. Alright, let's break this down. These are all the toiletries I brought. I'm gonna run through this really quick so I don't bore you guys. First up, I got this camping toilet paper roll. Never know when you're gonna need toilet paper. Trimmer and charger cord. Tweezers and clippers. Another chapstick to keep those lips moist. Earplugs. I can't recommend these enough. I wore these at about every hostel I went to. It's the worst when bugs or people are making noise and you just wanna sleep. Sunscreen, of course. You are gonna get blazed by the sun and it is very expensive to buy this stuff in Bali, so bring as much as you need. Some deodorant, a 2 fluid ounce bottle of travel shaving cream, and a razor without the handle. I know this is so minimal, but save weight where you can. For seasons other than the rainy season, I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of bugs, but there was not a lot of bugs when we were there. I only used this thing once and it's pretty much full. Toothpaste and a toothbrush. I actually sawed my toothbrush in half, but there's toothbrushes you can buy that are way better, like this one. It opens up, full-size toothbrush, and then you close it up and it keeps it nice and clean. Chafing butter, necessary for those really long hikes. A small 3-ounce bottle of shampoo. Some floss, always gotta be keeping those teeth clean. Some extra strength cough drops. These are necessary. I started to get a sore throat and they held me over till I recovered. Last but not least, I have some aloe, some lotion, and body wash. I have this pouch right here. This is not really necessary, but inside is this 1 liter bee-free water bottle. I cannot recommend this enough. This will prevent you from getting Bali belly, which is absolutely the worst. A microfiber towel. This is a necessity for a backpacker. It is very compactable and dries out really quick. In this pouch right here, I brought 2 sets of more comfortable boxers and 2 sets of athletic boxers. You can bring more or less, but I found this was perfect because you can do laundry as much as you want in Bali for super cheap. I also brought 3 pairs of ankle socks and 3 pairs of normal socks. Next up, I have this pouch. I have 2 of them, so they go one on top of the other. I have my rain jacket. This is necessary, especially in the rainy season. Get yourself a really nice rain jacket. I brought 5 t-shirts to Bali. This worked really nice for me, especially since the colors are all pretty neutral. It goes with a lot, so I can mismatch. Last but not least, a party shirt. I didn't actually end up wearing this because we don't really go out and party, but if that's your thing, get yourself a couple party shirts. And that's it for this bag. Now on to the second large pouch I have. So first up, I have my sweatpants. Wore these on the airplane and never really wore these in Bali, but awesome to travel in. I have this belt that I use instead of a normal belt. You just wrap it around in your belt loops, clip it, and it has this pouch that you can put some valuable stuff in. I brought 2 pairs of gym shorts. I was gonna actually bring 3, and there was times that I wish I had 3, and there was times that this was perfect. So depending on what you're gonna do, plan accordingly. It is super hot, so I wore these all the time. Next up is a pair of hybrid shorts. These are good for just about anything you're doing. 2 swimsuits, one a little bit more casual, and one I use for surfing and being more in the ocean. Last but not least, I have these pants here. These are just what I wore for nicer occasions. And that is it for the pants pouch. In this old Beats pouch, I have a converter that I used for charging my phone, and another one actually that I used for charging my computer and stuff. I'll link that in the description below. Kent and I ended up sharing it, so we didn't have to buy two. I have a charging cord. This is for my drone, and I have both the drone charger right here and the pack that I charge. So I usually use these USBs to charge my phone and whatever else. But the cool thing about this little travel hack, you know, at the airport when you're trying to plug this in and it just keeps falling out, well, you can take this off and attach this little charger here and use this plug instead of this little thing falling out. So that's a little travel hack. And the last two things are my extra drone blades. Last but not least, the camera gear. So before I take this out and show you guys, I'm just gonna show you how I pack this when I travel for day hikes. So I would orient this on its side, take these zippers, which are on the side here, and make this bag into a 35 liter bag. There's these little button clips inside and out that you use to fold this down. 35 liter bag, and I use this pouch or this side pocket to reach in here, grab my camera gear. Let's get to the camera gear. I'm currently borrowing this pouch from Kenta. These are so handy for keeping all your stuff organized. First off, the camera that I did not bring to Bali. The one that I brought to Bali is the USR, and I'm recording this video with that right now. So I just had this to fill in that space. Next is this SD card holder. This I got on Amazon, really cheap, waterproof, holds all your SD cards in there really nicely. And this one, this Lexar 250 megabyte per second, 256 gigabyte card is the one that I use most of the time. In this pouch right here, I have a screen and lens cleaner cloth. Always bring an extra charger for your phone. This drone controller charger and the little adapter for that controller. This right here, DJI is amazing how they do this. So you can take the battery and plug it up to your phone. My phone battery is absolutely terrible, so I use this to charge my phone when I'm on the go. Next up, I have a drone controller. These of course are super compact, and the little joysticks are in there, and these fold out. Love DJI for thinking about all this compact stuff. Under that controller, I have two camera batteries, a camera battery charger, 1, 2, 3 drone batteries. These only last 20 minutes, so get as many of these as you can. Last but not least, this lens cleaner. This has a rounded tip so you can clean the convex lens of the camera, and a little brush so you can brush sand and dirt and anything you need to brush off. Right here is my 15 to 35 RF Canon lens that I'm shooting with right now. This I just had as a placeholder. Always gotta have your ND filters and your polarizing filters. These are for the drone. I have my 50mm with the EF to RF adapter. A variable ND filter by Moment. This is the ND4 to ND32 for the 15 to 35mm lens that I use most of the time. Love this thing. Really nice how they put little numbers on the side, so when you're looking past the viewfinder, you can see what variable ND you are at. Last but not least, I have my favorite toy of all, the DJI Mavic Air. You cannot beat this thing for the size and the power it has. I absolutely love it. Used it a ton. Crashed it a couple times. One time in a waterfall, one time in the sand, and it's still going strong. Something that I definitely recommend would be this waterproof action camera. The only reason I didn't bring mine was because the two friends I was traveling with both had one. Some essential apps that you're gonna need are Google Maps for getting around, Google for looking things up, Google Translate, Grab and Go Jack for transportation and food delivery, and WhatsApp. Basically everybody communicates on WhatsApp in Bali. That is it for this video. If you found it helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and remember, live in the present and say your prayers.